as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
8-yard gain. First down, Baltimore.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. To his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down Packers. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
now they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
At the 22-yard line.
Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 22-yard scamper, and the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All right, I'm rubbing my eyes like crazy right now. Did I just see what I just saw right there? That's something you don't see very often anytime, let alone here in the first quarter. Aaron Rodgers throwing an interception. This is a guy who takes care of the football as well as any quarterback in the league. When he throws a pick, it's news.
17-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The toss right. This is Ingram. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Mark.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kevin King there defensively.
Throwing again. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tyler Ervin.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Intended for Marquez.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you know what they say, when you pick off Aaron Rodgers, you better keep that football because you don't see that sight very often. Last year, 27 touchdown passes, just 4 interceptions. The lowest percentage of passes intercepted in the league for the 2nd straight year. In fact, he's the all-time best in that category. Less than 2% of his passes all time have been picked off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards.
Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
They'll take over 1st down.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and...
And that play was the defensive front that won the battle. They out...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. These two teams all tied after one.
Quarter with the score tied 14-14.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
A gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
7-yard line.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3. The 4th straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow, and really they were the first one to totally tamp him down, holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, and like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game, going into it, when you looked at those two playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling, belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both were former Heisman winners going head-to-head. You name it, that matchup had it. And now we got to take a look at what Baltimore has coming up. They go to Philadelphia, a short road trip next week before they get their open week in Week 7. And right now, this schedule's really good for Baltimore in terms of travel. I don't think they get on a plane for like the next 30 days or 40 days or so. So that's really a built-in advantage in a really tough season.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, right. They get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
38-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's what you got. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday, and then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night, that feels like an old school kind of a game, doesn't it? And now we'll have Andy Dalton, the quarterback for Dallas. And Green Bay, Tampa Bay, that's simple. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. And Cleveland, Pittsburgh, how great is this now to feel like it's the old AFC North battle with Cleveland fully in the fight?
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Intercepted.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers to throw once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, as the first half is winding down, and the Packers add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Number 42, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the tackle.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
2nd and 10.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Rodgers pass. Complete.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Amos on the tackle.
From midfield now on second down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no
And
feet.
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 50 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Point conversion.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Escaping the pressure right. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Offense. Don't walk out here, man.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson on the run. He'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 69 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead. And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And the Ravens first down.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Marquise Brown, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up first. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And Aaron Rodgers carries the mail himself into the end zone. Now, we know he's not running as much as he used to, but he still has plenty of mobility to get outside the pocket and scare teams. A lot of them are still playing him to throw the ball downfield, but when he decides to take off, he's still dangerous.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They had the halftime deficit. That has been erased, and I think it's safe to say the big reason why, this guy right here.
He's not just playing well. He's playing so confidently. I mean, you can just see him swell up after each and every throw and each and every play. And he thinks that every time he throws the ball now, it's going to be not just complete, but in the end zone.
And all those touchdown passes, he has been white hot. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground? On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson, now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A 12-yard gain.
It's 4th down. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this day?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He he's sacked. Pernell McPhee able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throw left side complete. It's Lewis. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw is Rodgers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 6, a minute 56 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft. Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Now you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. Some big offensive experience.